Iraq in 4 years. The US Secretary of State John Kerry says Jordan and Israel have agreed to new steps to calm tensions over access to Aqsa Mosque Compound in East Jerusalem. On Saturday, after meeting Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas in Jordan, John Kerry said Israel has agreed to uphold the tradition of Muslim-only prayer at the site. Hours after the meeting, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu repeated his pledge of maintaining the status quo. Jordan is the custodian of the compound and proposed round-the-clock surveillance of all sites inside, a proposal Israel has accepted. And Kerry said that was a game-changer that would discourage anybody from disturbing the sanctity of the holy site.
Today, I hope we can begin to turn the page on this very difficult period. We have to join together in calling for an immediate end to violence. We must stress the importance of avoiding provocative actions and rhetoric, and we must work cooperatively. It's the only way to go forward.
Well, joining us from Washington, D.C. now is Marc Gopin. He's the director of the Center for World Religions, Diplomacy and Conflict Resolution at George Mason University. Good to have you with us, Marc. So, new measures to guarantee the status quo of the Aqsa Mosque compound. What do you think about that? And do you think it will help to end the unrest?
Well, it's a significant, helpful step because many of the people on the streets who are rioting have said very clearly that the violation of the compound, which is alleged by them and denied by Israel, is the key reason why they're rioting. And if they could be guaranteed that the mosque will be safe and the compound will be safe, then they will calm down. So there's a very interesting way in which technology here is an innovation that can go beyond any troops and their claims of the sanctity of the compound and move to technology that can be shared. So I think it actually is a good step right now to calm things down in this very volatile moment.
Okay,
it's not the first time that that compound became the basis.
What about the wider issues, though, Marc? Because many Palestinians engaged in this unrest are saying it's not just because of fears over the Aqsa Mosque compound. It's the larger question of occupation with seemingly no political settlement on the horizon.
Exactly. There's no question that because there's a lack of a settlement and a lack of any direction whatsoever, that the Palestinian Authority is put in a very difficult position to keep things calm and to keep things hopeful, because there is no hope at this point as long as Israel's cabinet refuses serious negotiations. What John Kerry has done is that he has set in motion at least a technical fix that is a trust-building measure that may remove the immediate violence or the immediate anger and then move forward with possibly some renewal of the peace process. And I think he's sincere in his effort to do so, and it's no question that all sides, the Palestinian Authority, the Israeli authorities, are very nervous about what has been unleashed here, despite the fact that there were provocations that may have been committed. They're very nervous about where this could go.
Indeed, and you know, given what's happening in the rest of the region, the unrest throughout the whole of the Middle East, including Russia's bigger presence, how worried is Israel about that? And does that give John Kerry more leverage to push the peace process forward?
I think it does, because everybody is, people have been put on notice in the last few weeks in Jerusalem that they can't just assume that Jerusalem is always going to be whole and prosperous for the Jewish community there, and everything is safe and okay. This has been a wake-up call that you can't just let things be stagnant and assume that everything's going to be okay, especially because there's ISIS on the horizon and there are possibilities of further provocations of the population, and there's just an uncontrollable element that Netanyahu's cabinet has unleashed with their rhetoric and with some of their attempts to enter that compound, which were completely ill-advised. So everybody's been put on notice, and what hopefully can be accomplished by that is a renewal of some serious talk between Netanyahu and Abbas.
Marc, good to get your thoughts there. Thank you very much indeed for speaking with us. Marc Gopin in Washington, D.C. there.